So one of the things, obviously, the person that cropped up that seemed like on Friday is the missed tackle. And I think PFF charged 21 after only 22 in the first 4 games combined. Just what did you see? What was going on with, I guess, all those missed tackles?
Running back had a lot to do with it. Really good player, quarterback, athletic, had some good wide receivers. A very talented group. Probably the most talented we've played. They just hadn't put it together. But when I looked at the film going into the game, the quarterback scared me a little bit with his athleticism, him being able to break away from free rushes that was coming at him was scary. I told the guys, I said, look, if you come free, don't mean you're going to get him. You got to go to his uphill shoulder. And so that was scary. The running back, we knew arm tackles wouldn't tackle him. He would run through and make the first guy miss. So we didn't play great by any means, but they had a lot to do with that as well.
How do you go about fixing issues like that? Like just during the week, obviously you can work on things off in camp when you get time, but when you have a week to kind of work on things, how do you go about that?
You go back to practice. You go back to having good posture and knowing what type of tackles you have to make according to where the back's at. If he's in the backfield, can I take a shot? If he's in open space, do I just get him down? And so just some of those things. It's all teaching moments, which is good. Really, I was probably, in the Florida game more worried about missed tackles than this last one, but they did have something to do with it. So they got some good players.
To the eye, it looked like the Bigs were having a little bit of trouble with the heat all night. Did you see it that way?
I don't know if it was the heat. They had a good game plan. I thought they ran us sideways at first, and then they started coming inside later on. But they had a good plan to go outside and make us run, then come back inside. And it took a toll on us. We did play a lot of people inside. And at the end of the game, we had a bunch of backups in the game to win the game. We lost the safety. Harris was out, so we had to play Zaquan or Keith. And then up front, it was just a different guy. It seemed like all the time tweak a hamstring or whatever. So played a lot of guys. It was good to get the win. It's always good to win. We didn't play as great as we needed to, but I'm not going to apologize for the win. We got the thing done. And last year we played against Georgia Tech, and I thought we played really, really good on defense until the last drive, and we lost. So I'll take this win over that one any day.
What was going on in your mind? I think it was like a 6-7 minute review during that last play, and then all that time.
Yeah, I remember my first year as a defensive coordinator in college. I was at McNeese State, and I think LSU had lost a game. At the end of the game, it was in prevent. And I always had in my mind, if they can reach the end zone, never give them time to throw. So that's in my mind, like all out blitz, don't give them time. So if I had to go back on it, I'd still do the same thing I did the other night, because the series before, when they scored on a 3rd and 10, I brought the house, and he made everybody miss and extended the play and ended up throwing to the end zone one-on-one. So I'm going in my mind with the last play, I said, it can't be a one-on-one situation, because I didn't feel like we could get pressure on him and keep him in the pocket because we hadn't done it all night. I'm like, nah, we're going to play jump ball. So we brought Horton in, Isaiah in, and then that's what it is. A lot of people will do the same thing I did, but kind of in my mind, I always want to bring more numbers than they got. But I just didn't feel like I felt good about getting him if we can, because he'd escaped from us all night long. So it is what it is. We made the play to win the game. It happened.
On the touchdown run, was there, besides obviously the missed tackle, was there any other breakdowns?
Yeah, Fortek was supposed to spike inside, and he didn't. He got caught up on the tackle, which made a crease. Really, Kiko was supposed to scrape, but Kiko, having a nose for the ball, kind of fell back into the play and just didn't run his feet and get his head across. And the guy broke a tackle, and he ran through it, and there was really nobody there because we were in zero. It was a 4th and short, 3rd and short, whatever.
On that Hail Mary at the end, how often does Isaiah Horton practice at that, and what did you tell him?
Well, you can't ever practice that live because you're not going to get offensive receivers to go and jump with you, because you're going to get injuries, So we've gone over it a bunch of times with him about where we're going to put him in a 3-by-1 set. And after that, it's just him relying on his ball skills. You do have something on tape now for the other DBs, because we had 2 DBs that should have shielded their guys, which probably would have made it cleaner for Horton to get the jump that he needed to. But there were so many bodies around each other, it was hard to get a jump. So the good Lord was with us, is all I can say.
He's there because he has the best vertical on the team.
He's the biggest guy. We don't have no big DBs, so we've got him and Riley, are the two guys that we would use as jumpers. And him playing wide receiver, he probably goes up for a lot more balls than Riley, but I also think Riley can do it as well. But I mean, our tallest DB might be 6'1", so we need to get the biggest guy out there that can jump up and get the ball. So we got it done. I was really more upset with the second to last play because we were supposed to be spying on the quarterback and we rushed in there and got him. He got down there with a run. So we have to correct that. There's a lot of teachable moments, but the guys played hard. I never saw on the sideline panic. I never saw it in their eyes. I think they thought they could win all the way to the end. We have confidence in our offense that they can go down the field as quick as they need to. And if you ask them the same thing, they rely on us when a big play needs to be made. So it was definitely we played off of each other. In the first half, I don't think we played complementary football. Every time our offense did something bad, we didn't respond. We didn't handle sudden change real well. In the second half, that was, I think, the biggest tell, is that we kind of played off of each other. They had a pick, they ran all the way down there. We stopped them in 3 downs and went for a fake field goal. We stopped them, so we played better complementary football. I think they scored 3 points in the third, and they scored a touchdown in the fourth. So we didn't get a third quarter shutout, but we held them to 3, and then we won the fourth quarter, and that's why we won the game. So second half, we played a lot better. Still not perfect, but we played with a lot more complementary football with each other.
How do you feel like the nickels are performing lately? It seems like that's an area where maybe teams are attacking recently. Or
Yeah, Porter has to take a lot of reps in there, and Jadis is trying to get some as well. So we'll keep working it. It's they're doing different things. A lot of times it wasn't their fault; it was other guys' fault. There's a lot of times the corners should be passed. They should be passing off wide receivers and things like that. So they get used to the position. We're 4 games in. We got to get better, and we'll work in progress. I keep saying that. I mean, we're 5-0, which is awesome, but we're still not playing our best football, I think, as a complete team, and hopefully we'll get there.
Malik Bryant, kind of talk about his progression in the strides he's made this season so far.
He can rush the passer. He's athletic. He did a good job the other night, and it seemed like every time he gets more and more play opportunity, he's playing better. So we needed him because we were down some defensive linemen. We'll get Bang back this week, which is awesome. We've been playing without him. So, Malik's playing really well. So he'll be, of course, playing a lot more this week, and also Bang.
What went into the decision to move him from linebacker to the edge?
He's more natural on the edge. He doesn't feel it as well inside. When you're an edge player, you either chase the ball or it's coming at you. Whereas when you're inside, that's the most instinctive position there is on the football field. It's like a running back. And you can't just put a fast guy to play running back. He's got to be able to feel it. He's got to see it. It's just a knack at inside backer. Whereas Malik, you don't think when he's outside as much. It's all more natural to him coming off the edge. So it's just kind of a fit for him. Not everybody has that skill set, but he does outside.
And then also I feel like Popo's gotten some more reps maybe the last week or two. How have you seen him develop, through the early part of this year, coming into this year?
Yeah, we'll keep bringing him along. We're picking spots to play him in there. He's getting better each week. If we get out in front, we can play him a lot more. It's kind of tough in certain spots, because we're practice every day with him, and we know who can make the checks, who can't, and just all those different things. Popo's getting better and better, and he's going to get more and more playing time as he goes.
The fake field goal, which you're going to go back to like being able to sniff that out, and then just what was going through your mind as you watch your guys do that, and then just how much of a momentum shifter do you think that was?
Well, I was shocked that they faked it, to tell you the truth. I guess they wanted the touchdown right there, especially after the big turnover. I thought we responded well, forced them to a field goal, and then we got great push with AC inside. He knocked the guard back, which allowed Malik to make the tackle. And big time play. Kiko was wrapping around. He had saw the fake. He was coming around for the tight end, but all they needed was 3 yards for the first down. So it might not be a touchdown, but it could have been a first down, which would have extended the drive, of course.
Having the guy like Bang back to the mix that can play multiple positions on that D-line, how good is that for you?
Oh, it's great. Going in, you've got a guy coming back that's a freshman All-American like that, and he's gone in the first series of the Florida game. So, of course, we were dependent on him, but we've had a bunch of depth at that position, and it seemed like he's coming back at the right time, and others might be a little nicked up, so it's good to have him back.
They're running back off. What type of challenge does he pose?
He's good. He has good hands. He catches the ball really well. He's a slasher. A little different than the guy last week. The guy last week was hard to see him. He was low to the ground. He was really, really strong. This guy's more of a slasher, out the backfield, catch the ball. So it'd be another tall task, you know. Their quarterback is more of a pocket guy. He's not a runner. So whenever you got a quarterback that's a dual threat and you have a running back like they had last week, it's always tough. You know, it's tough on you. And then I really thought their tight end was good last week as well. They have multiple tight ends at Cal. They have one, they call him Baby Grunk. He's more of a big guy, and then they got one that's kind of a hybrid wide receiver tight end who's going to prevent a challenge. He's going to cause a challenge for us, so we'll have to cover him probably with DBs and not linebackers because he's going to cause some problems for us.
Anything else for Coach Guidry?
We won the game, guys. There you go.
Thank you.